Hello and welcome back to Crafting with Amy. I'm Amy, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, I really appreciate you. This first thing I'm calling pumpkin stand because it's basically a pumpkin on a stand. I had this idea a while ago. I was looking through Easter. I had some Easter rounds, what I was using for eggs. And then Kathy Joe's DIY did it, and then, oh, who was it last night? Something in lace. Brenda, I'll have to check. But I took these, they're ovals, and the one that had the holes that are going to show, I put some spackling in those and sanded it down. And now I have this scrapbook paper that I love it. I really don't know what color that is, but I just love it. So I'm gonna, on two of them, I'm gonna trace that out on the scrapbook paper and then obviously cut it out. And I use, Mod Podge and I don't get along, so I use glue stick from Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'm not going to make you watch all of that being cut out. So I take the glue stick and attach it to these two. And that is the big glue stick they have at Dollar Tree. I need one of those finger sanders. That would help a lot. I just use sandpaper after it dries to do the edges. And after I get this on, I just turn them upside down and put some weight on them. Now for this one, I'm going to paint it. I've already sanded where I put that spackling. I'm going to paint it in Folk Art Matte Elephant Gray. And I give it 2 coats. I'm trying to go in the way a pumpkin would go, but it's the grain of the wood kind of prevents that from happening, so, or getting good coverage. But I do give this a couple of good coats. It's going to be like the middle of the pumpkin. I was going to do, I've only done 2 crafts for this video. I was going to do a third one, but I'm just really not feeling that well. And then we got the puppy back today from the vet, and she's lost so much weight. But they said, you know, we're just going to have to get her built up. She had parvo, and so she is home and hopefully on the road to recovery. I also had this, it's a piece of a sign. I measured it, it was 13 inches long and 2 inches wide. Now initially I take the fall, some little letters I have, I think from Walmart, or they could be Dollar Tree, and I tape them down there, and I painted them white. And then I was going in with a furniture marker in black and trying to do little stitch like stuff, and my hands were shaking like Don Knotts, so that didn't work out. So I ended up taking the furniture marker and just going over them and making the letters black. Now I'm just dry brushing some of that white on that base, and then I'm doing the same with, I do the same with all three. That is Waverly Snow White chalk paint. I'm not too concerned about the center because those letters are going to go in there. And then I do it over the scrapbook paper. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And I got that scrapbook paper from Walmart. And I'm out of frame here, I'm sorry. And I'm just trying to use the sandpaper to sand down the edges. I've got to get one of those, what do they call them? Finger sanders or zip sanders. It would be so much easier for a lot of things. I have some supplies that I need to get. I need some miter shears. I need a lot. So then I do the dry brushing of the white onto that as well. I really like this one's my favorite. Without giving too much away, the second one, oh, I was like, what am I thinking? It kind of went different in my mind, but so I've glued those together. And now I'm going to glue the top one. And it just looks like one big pumpkin, of course. You know, I'm using scrapbook paper, so it's a different kind of pumpkin. But I like different textures and different looks and stuff. More than the traditional type style. And then you'll see it, the two, I didn't get them straight, so they don't even stand. It's only the middle one that I end up gluing. See, I've taken the paint marker, or yeah, what is that? Stain marker? Is that what it's called? I think they're furniture markers. I got them at Dollar Tree and did the fall. So basically the middle one is down lower. I didn't get them straight. So the other two are not glued. But I take these little blocks. I got those at Dollar Tree. And I apply hot glue and attach them to the, I was going to do that anyway for support. But I put two on top of each other. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I needed to get this. And now my voice is going to start trying to give out on me. I apologize. I'm trying to get the voiceover done so I can upload tomorrow. So now I take that chicken wire ribbon and I just start rolling it to make, because I didn't have anything for a stem, to make the shape of a stem. I think I made it a little bit too big, but, and then bending it to curve. And then once I cut it, I take some pliers. Is that what they're called? I can't. Yeah, pliers to, I'm talking with my hands like you can tell what I'm doing. To get those raw edges, those things. Those are hand-me-downs from my husband. I got electrical tape on them. But to get those raw edges to where they're not sticking out. And then I squish the bottom together because I want to make it more flat so it'll attach better to the back. And I was going to leave, I love that. To me, that's like almost, you know, an industrial type look. And I was going to leave it like that. But it just didn't pop. It didn't stand out. So I glue it on. Once I figure out where I want it. And that was a booger bear to get glued on. I should have... I don't know how many times I burned my fingers. I don't know if any crafters have fingerprints. And I've got those little silicone thingies to put on my fingers to keep that from happening. It dripped on my finger one time during this, and oh man, that hurt. I'm ready for fall. I want it to cool down. I like the cooler weather. And I was born in October, so it's that and winter are more my seasons. I used to tolerate the heat, but I can't anymore. With the MS, it makes it, you can't. It's just, see, you can't see that. So I take jute, the solution. Well, I don't know what happened to that. The solution to everything is jute. That's my solution to pretty much everything. That or that big, thick jute rope that I've got. So now I'm taking some Spanish moss and gluing it down. I took a picture of this on our, in here in the craft room. I've got a little table, but on our TV stand, that's where I have it. And our TV stand has like some turquoise in it and regular wood color, so some different colors. And I think it looks good in there. I've made a mess. I need one of those the little ladybug vacuum cleaner thingies. I think I'd need to get my rainbow out to get all of my mess up. So I've taken a pine cone off of a pick and I put one on each side. And then I have these this came off of a pick. They're really pretty. White. I've cut them off of a pick. I don't really know what they are. That came with a pumpkin on them and some grass. So once I get that situated, I start gluing it down. I've got a glue string mess everywhere. That one was wanting to droop on me, so I ended up having to glue a little bit of it to that pine cone. I should have sped this up more. I'm sorry. See, they're hanging down, so I just took a little dab of glue and put it on the pine cones. And then I put a pine cone right in the center there. And that's it. I probably should have put some white dry brushing on the word, the fall. I think about it and I'm like, what am I going to do with the bow? Yeah, I put a little pine cone there. And I love this. I like that scrapbook paper. My pumpkin stem's a little bit tall, I think, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But let me know what you all think. I like this one. This one's definitely my favorite. There it is on our TV stand. And for this was going to be a fall leaf bouquet. And I got a little over enthusiastic, I guess. I didn't know when to stop. So this is more of that flannel shirt that I've cut. This is a bucket from Dollar Tree. And I have this flannel shirt that I used and put on some wood pumpkins, I think in my last DIY. So I'm gluing it around the top. I glued it at that back seam, down it, and then I just glue around up at the top. And I don't have my finger protectors on. My glue sticks sometimes don't like to go in there good. It's a little Gorilla glue gun, but I've been using the Dollar Tree glue sticks in it. So now I'm cutting off some of this excess because of it's just too much. And then I had the job of gluing it down, folding it to where I don't have very many, I don't want a bunch of pleats. So I just take some glue and go up that seam. And then start gluing at the top or at the bottom, on the bottom. Well, I'm taking these leaves and I have stained these little bitty dowels with Waverly antique wax, and I just wiped it off. I brushed it on, wiped it off with a paper towel. And these leaves came from Dollar Tree, as did the dowels. So on this one, I'm just taking one and gluing it on top of the other. And gluing it good to the backs. These were supposed to be the focal point. And then I got a little, I overdid it. But I do this to all of the leaves that I have out there, and then those are the florals that I've picked out. I don't know which I'm going to use. And that's where my problem started. I used too much, I think. Well, I know. Excuse me. I feel like I've got the crud. And I'm going to the doctor tomorrow for my regular blood work, but I called him today to see if I should get tested. Okay, now I have put, excuse me, the leaves in. I put some floral foam down in there, glued it, and now I'm taking some of these picks And like I said, I went a little overboard once I got started for the size of the bucket. I guess that's what you call it, just a bucket to me. I think I went a little overboard, so I will probably be taking some of that out when I'm feeling a little bit better. It doesn't seem like anything, when I'm not feeling well, things just don't go very well. So then see, I have all this space in the back. So I'll put more back there. And eventually it gets to the point you can't even hardly see the leaves. But that is the finished product. I didn't put a bow on it. I thought it was a little much as it was. So thank you all for watching, and you all have a good day.